Oh my God.
Oh, that was a different.
That was a different.
Engage.
Before you. Well. Yeah, pulled it up. Oh, okay. It's your boy JS One Supply of BBCRadio.com.
Yeah.
Aries Lounge. We are back.
Building.
I got Ill Will in the building.
Yeah.
I got DJ Pill in the building.
I'm not DJ
Hey,
Pill.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Ill Will.
I got DJ Pill in the building.
Yeah, that's me.
And I got Ill Will in the building.
See, somebody don't know their right from their left.
We ain't got no shirt on, yo.
Shoot, why you got a shirt on? You the one that lost all the weight, Mr. Skinny Guy. I thought you was gonna come in here with. We came in here with our muscle shirts because we thought you was gonna come with your muscle shirt
I
on
missed
and
the
shit.
memo. Y'all should have said something.
I should have paid attention to the
Group chat.
Yeah.
We back,
You
man.
should have watched the weather.
After a great week, shout out to all of the people that have been commenting on the YouTube channel. It has been phenomenal. Most comments I've ever seen in my life. Jesus Christ, yo. So shout out to everybody that fuck with the One Gotta Go. Shout out to everybody that commented on the Mobb Deep dedication, and it's only been up for a few hours.
Lit.
Shout out to shout out to Nikki, Jasmine. Definitely was dope, y'all. We had some great conversation. And of course, Will added the colorful commentary as he always does to make sure that we get canceled at some point or probably go to jail.
All the time.
Some female group is gonna come and it's gonna happen. But it is what it is. So we back for another week today.
Right now.
After we did the dedication to Wu-Tang. After we did the dedication to Mobb Deep, which was phenomenal, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't think you had a chance to listen to the whole thing.
Not the whole thing.
Yo, and we got clips up on the Aries Lounge clip YouTube channel.
Facts.
You can go subscribe to that channel right now. YouTube.com. Just you search for Aries Lounge
The
clips.
link will be in the description below.
It definitely will. So you can
It'll be
definitely
a lot easier for you.
Yes, definitely is. You can definitely check out those clips right now for free. Obviously, it don't cost you nothing. It's just like some of the more important chunks of the show. I just chopped it up and posted up. Like we got the top 5 Mobb Deep albums. You know what I'm saying, on there, so you can check that out. And then drop your comments.
That one was easy.
Kinda, cause you was tripping at one point, and then we also got the best to worst Wu-Tang members. You know what I'm saying? We organized the whole team into best to worst, which that went really left fast. So we got a great show for you tonight with the illustrious So Def with the big homie. Jermaine Dupri on his press tour that has definitely caused him a lot of drama, but also a lot of publicity. We are celebrating 25 years of So Def. That's amazing. 25 years of So Def. He has dropped so many albums with so many great artists, has produced for artists all over the world. Rock and roll, well, actually, no, not rock and roll, but like hip hop, R&B has been his mainstay. Of course, trap music and a bunch of other stuff. But if you really get into his label, man, he has a very, very interesting lineup of individuals. Definitely. Starting from the likes of the Brat being the first artist signed to So Def. However, he produced Crisscross, and we've always they were signed directly to Columbia, but he was always the executive producer and the producer of the album. He wrote, produced, mixed, and you know what I'm saying, released that album. He just didn't perform.
I thought they were part of. I thought
Everybody
they came out
so.
on So.
So when they did the tour, So Def tour. Well, because one of the Chris's is dead, so the other Chris came out and they did some of the records and showed some love. But they're always going to be considered So Def, even because they were produced by So Def, but they were not So Def artists.
I was just getting ready to ask who was the first artist signed under.
First artist signed to So Def was the Brat. Actually, nope, I'm completely wrong. I'm sorry. The first group signed to So Def was Escape.
Really?
Escape was the first act that he released. The Brat was the first female rapper, and the first rapper signed to the label. And then we had just a ton of great music that was released throughout those years. Now, the reason why I feel like we need to dedicate a show to it is because classic albums, people, even Will, spent time arguing with me that So Def doesn't need to be a dedication. Man, fuck that shit. They ain't got no hits. They ain't got no motherfucking classics.
All right,
that's bullshit.
So let me ask you this: without Jermaine Dupri, doing most of the work, the writing, the producing, and everything,
Right.
would So Def be as big as they are today?
So Def wouldn't exist without Jermaine Dupri.
No, I'm saying if those artists wrote their own music.
No, I mean, like, the Brat always wrote her own music. Escape wrote some of their stuff, you know what I mean? And he's had other artists that he's brought in and written for, but I understand what you're saying. Would they be in the level? I don't know. You'd have to argue the point of, would the Brat be able to get a record deal
If it wasn't
in that time period without him?
for Chris Cross, because that's how they went.
Right.
'Cause at a tour.
Right, exactly. So, like, and Chris Cross, they didn't set out to be artists. They were some kids that he met in a mall that he just said they look cool.
Really?
And he was like, yo, you know, y'all could do rap music. And they was like, what? Like, whatever. Like, they was little kids. They didn't give a fuck.
They weren't even thinking about it.
So he ended up, like, hanging out with them. And he started writing stuff and he had to teach them how to rap. And then, you know what I mean, show them everything. And he wrote, that's why it's like, when you talk about, like, the first album, he wrote, like, the whole first album. You know what I mean? He taught them how to rap. He taught them how to be artists. I mean, the only thing he didn't have to teach them how to do was the look. He was like, that was the thing that attracted him to them in that way, was that they dressed different. You know what I mean? They had an attitude. You know, they acted like they were stars. So, like, he just kind of, like, you know, dressed them up. And I mean, not dressed them up, but just gave them all of the music. So, and when you look at the Brat, when you look at Escape, a lot of these are like formulations of his. I mean, the Brat isn't, but, you know, she was still molded by him. Right. You know what I'm saying? She wanted to be an artist, but she had never been in the studio before. So, like, So Def wouldn't be nothing without JD. I think he's a phenomenal person, but I feel like So Def deserves the same level of respect that you would give a Bad Boy. Because you would have to ask the same question about Bad Boy. Would Bad Boy be Bad Boy without Puff Daddy? No. Fuck no, nigga. It wouldn't even exist. Like, even if you want to get into Rockefeller, will Rockefeller be the same without Jay? No. Like, Master P? You know what I'm saying?
I think Jermaine Dupri wrote more music than Diddy did. For other artists, that is.
Well, okay, I agree with you on that. I feel like Diddy had a different mindset when it came down to doing music. Okay, so, like, Diddy
was more business.
His
more
business.
Diddy interned in big record labels before he started his own. So he kind of learned how to delegate responsibility. Okay. He was an A&R first. Okay. So he kind of, like, you got to think about it. His approach to producing albums is more like an A&R. All right, so let me bring together the best writers, producers, and other artists to make a great project. Whereas Jermaine approaches albums like an artist, where he's like, oh, all right, I see, I got to see something in you, and then I'm going to dress you, and then, all right, say it like this. Here, I wrote these lyrics. He's like an artist himself, but you're like his creation. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely respect that, though. Like, getting onto a bigger point, even with Puff allowing other people to come in and put ingredients in the pot, he still was very much so the yes, no, do this, don't do that, this is going to work, that's not going to work. Even though a lot of people was there, they all say very adamantly, like, Puff was hands-on with every element, from clothes to, you know, how you should spit the rhymes, you know, how you should present, how the videos are shot. You know what I'm saying? Puff shot, what the fuck he shot? He said he shot Chris Cross's first music video or something else. He shot some shit, like, music videos for, like, Social Def or some shit like that. So that was crazy. I thought that was wild. So let me get into this question.
Yep.
How many? This is a little game we're gonna play.
Shit.
Name. Who can name the most So Def artists?
I lose.
Just go with the ones you know.
So
this night it ain't as hard as you think.
So off the top of my head,
okay.
Jagged Edge. With the Brat.
Right.
Escape.
Bow
Wow. Hold up. Damn it. Nope, I'm coming at a brain fart.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm done.
The biggest, most prominent artist on his label, and you totally didn't even think about him. Damn. the most annoying motherfucker on the label, and you totally forgot him. That
Jermaine
is so.
Dupri?
Wow, I would never say that about Jermaine. I don't think he's annoying. I think he say some crazy shit, but
I mean, he's the artist on his own label.
yeah, that's true. You should have named him. Yeah, he was signed to himself for real, for real.
And you're gonna say his name, and it's
You gonna be like, God damn it.
yeah.
Go ahead, Will.
No, Will's gonna say it, and it's gonna make me angry.
Well, crisscross, you missed that one.
Well, we just said
We just said he wasn't on the
He
label.
wasn't on the label.
But you can go ahead.
Fuck it. All right, I'll take that off then. Jim Jones.
Jim Jones was not on Social Death. He was not on Social Death. He did
Shit is
music.
on there.
No. He's wrong. No.
Damn, I forgot all about them niggas.
No. 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 No.
No.
No. Ghost Town DJs, yes. Jim Jones was not on
It
there.
says right there.
He's not on. He was never on Social Death. When I tell you just like this, Jim Jones was with Cam. Cam got signed to big label. Cam left big label, go to the Rockefeller. Then he does the Dipset shit. Dipset got their deal from the Rock, and then from there they started their own label on Koch, and then Koch then the E1. So like that's when they started doing it. And Jim Jones, all of his albums have pretty much been kind of independent, but he worked doing stuff for Social Death, like writing, and he featured on some shit. But
he was never signed.
He was never signed to Social Death. Go ahead, continue, sir.
Of course, you had. Of course, Ghost Town DJs actually bought that CD.
That shit hard.
Huh, that's interesting. Never saw that coming.
And I dream of you.
That CD was actually good.
Yeah.
To be your lady, baby.
And that goes with the along with the Social Death Bass All Stars.
Pretty much.
Oh, that shit dropped that one summer. You wouldn't know nothing about that.
No, I'm gonna go listen to that album now. Ghost Town DJs. That's
well,
crazy. I would have never thought to listen to that album. And Will said he bought
shit
it.
leaving. Not saying the ones that. Not repeating the ones Pill said, but that's pretty much about it, though. That's about all I can think of off the top of my head.
All right, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. But go
Was
ahead.
Missy Elliott signed this whole
No.
No, it was Timbaland. Never mind.
Nope, wasn't Timbaland.
Fuck was Missy Elliott?
Timbaland and fucking what you call it? Jermaine had a beef at one point. There was like a big producer battle beef between all of them.
Jaquan.
He was signed.
Yeah, Jaquan was signed to Social Death.
Definitely.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy. That was definitely a Social Death
That was
artist.
so Death. Yeah. Chingy said no.
Chingy was to your boy, your boyfriend. Yeah.
That's crazy. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
DT.
You done yet? This is crazy. I haven't heard y'all talk about their most successful act. That's crazy.
Brad.
No.
I'm gonna be really angry. I feel it. I feel it. The anger is just boiling.
He said your anger. For what?
Because you're gonna say the name and it's gonna be like fuck.
You said it's most successful?
Most successful artist.
So that means it can't be that
So
hard.
it can't be a group.
No. Nope. Damn, y'all did miss a group. And y'all missed another solo. Y'all missed 2 solo artists.
That's nuts.
That's
dog.
crazy. Y'all missed a group, 2 solo artists, and then some other stuff. Nah, y'all can't be looking shit up, man. Y'all forget Bow Wow, nigga.
I said Bow Wow.
No, you ain't say no
Yeah,
Bow
actually,
Wow.
you did.
said Bow
You said Bow Wow. Okay, I was about to say. I like, God damn, how the fuck y'all forget Bow Wow, nigga?
That's, for me, that's not hard.
Bone Crusher
But sounds so deaf.
was on Social Death.
Nah, I didn't know that.
Your brethren?
I didn't know that
in the
was I had no idea
club.
that was so deaf.
And then Young Bloods was on
That
there
was so deaf. Yeah.
because they had
all about
they had
that.
the joint with Lil Jon. Let's see who else was there. That was some crazy shit. Y'all did say Jaquan. Y'all said Brad. Y'all said Escape. Y'all said Jagged Edge. Now there was a bunch of niggas that got signed. And now Mace had a distribution. He had a label deal through So Def, and he dropped a group called Harlem World.
Really?
And the album was called
Harlem World.
Not his solo album, but the group's album was called Harlem World. The group was called Harlem World, and the album was called Harlem. Don't ask me why.
Self-titled album.
Whatever. So that was that. So you had that on there. Now there's also a young female that is still signed to them, and her name is, and they like signed her and put her out independently, and she did pretty well. But I totally forgot who the hell she is, what her name is. And then, like, they got these new generation of little kids from the rap game shows. A couple of the little dudes to sign, but ain't none of them really doing nothing, so it don't really matter.
So, out of the people we named, who y'all feel like was the most successful? Because you were saying...
To me, I was saying Bow Wow was the most successful.
Really?
So, Bow Wow sold, like, 40 or 50 million albums. You know what I'm saying? I think he's got at least one diamond album. You know what I mean? Like, he's so crazy.
Two were under So Def, right?
All of them under So Def.
No, he went independent after a while.
But he still had Jermaine Dupri executive producing everything, so it really didn't. Yeah, like he talk all that shit and then come run back. So, I think you might be right. He might have had one album that was independent, but the rest of them was underneath the umbrella.
I bought the first two. So,
one of the DPG niggas. There's only two niggas. Corrupt and what's the other nigga name? Corrupt and. Well, yeah, fucking tension, nigga.
Corrupting.
Daz Dillinger. Dillinger used to be signed to So Def.
Nobody remembers Daz Dillinger.
What are you talking about? Daz was a fucking producer, nigga.
I listened to one of them albums last year.
You fucked up, son. He about to say some disrespectful shit.
Yeah.
Daz,
It was like
it ain't
30
me, bro.
fucking songs, yo.
I'm a huge fan of your production, bro. I'm a huge fan. Like,
Shit, I know Anthony Hamilton.
oh yeah, forgot about Anthony Hamilton.
Fuck.
There you go. Anthony Hamilton was definitely
The Franchise Boys.
Franchise Boys. Damn, you forgot about that. Yep. Dondra, that was the girl name. Brian Michael Cox. No, Marion was not signed to So Def. All right, Miss Mulatto was not signed, but she was on the rap game.
Don't know him.
Joel Santana was definitely not signed. Daz Dillinger was signed. Let's see, no. Jonetta Austin, but he never dropped no albums or nothing. Rocco was not a part of them. 3LW was not a part of So Def. Houdini was not a part of them.
Probably bought him on the end.
Leah LaBelle was not a part of them. Emmanuel Seal, yes, he was definitely rocking with them as a producer. He was signed as a producer. I think Sammy might have had something going on at one point in time. Don't remember. DJ Felly Fell was not with them. Let's see. Rich Boy was not signed to them. Kelly Williams was not signed to them. Nitty was not signed to them.
That's a lot of
God damn, all these niggas, they trying to connect all these niggas to So Def, yo.
I mean, they might have worked with him.
Right. Hell Rel was definitely not signed to no fucking So Def.
That's not
all right. Short Dog, don't know who that is. Trina Broward, I think she might have did some stuff with them. But anyway.
So, I don't know.
Now.
I think, go ahead, ask your question.
I was going to get into kind of like an offshoot question of what you was going to say. Top 5 dopest artists on So Def.
I was about to say, I think Jagged Edge is probably my favorite.
So you would put them at number 1?
No, I wouldn't. Oh, we want to go.
I'm talking about we gotta go 1 to 5. 1 being the greatest, and 5 being the 5th greatest. And I'm not talking about. We just talking about like who you personally feel like these are dopest ones. And
then I would put Jagged Edge in number 1.
You gonna put them at number 1?
I put Jagged Edge in number 1.
All right.
I put Bow Wow at number 2.
Bow Wow at number 2.
The Brat at number 3.
Wow, Brat at number 3. This is interesting. This is heating up. Because I totally didn't see this shit coming. I told
You ain't see none of that?
I ain't see none of that. Like, this whole order, I'm like, why the fuck? I'm confused. Like, where did this come?
I thought he would have put Bow Wow number 1.
Wow.
I'm putting...
That's crazy. Just because he's young. Don't do that.
I'm putting Jermaine Dupri at 4.
Okay, JD, you made the list.
Yeah, you made the list.
Pop some champagne, bro.
And Criss Cross wasn't a...
yeah, so you can't put them on there.
Can't put them on there.
But you gonna put Escape at number 5. You gonna put Young Bloods at number 5. Bone Crush at number 5. Who you gonna put at number 5? Franchise Boys. Lean with it. Rock with it. Lean with it.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, it's not.
I put Young Bloods at 5.
Okay. Well, Your top 5 favorite group act. You know, your organ. You know, who's the best?
That's how I look at this list.
Oh, Escape.
That's crazy.
This got to be in order.
Hell yeah! What's the fucking point of just throwing out 5 random names, nigga?
I'm taking Youngblood off. I put Escape right there.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
I feel you on that.
Yeah.
Even though the album was fire, but and it had, like when you bought the album, it came with a DVD too. Oh my god, I was like, shout out to Social Def for doing that shit. I always wanted to drop an album with a DVD. I always thought that shit would have been hard.
Just
nigga.
signed with Jermaine Dupri.
Shut up.
I haven't produced the album.
My Life, My Hustle.
Yeah.
2.0.
Yeah. So
Yo,
Def
I need y'all to stop pitching that, yo. Because then next thing you know, niggas gonna start like,
Jermaine Dupri.
The 20-year anniversary edition.
Jermaine Dupri.
He said the
Hey, yo.
20-year anniversary.
Just imagine what
With the DVD.
With the
Yo,
DVD.
just imagine what the video vision roll looked like if Jermaine Dupri got his hands on it.
That shit would be lit.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have JS to win the North Star.
Yeah.
Jermaine Dupri all over it.
That is fucking hilarious. Come on, Will, put it in order.
I'm going to go with the Brat for number 1.
I'm with you on that. That's what I'm talking about. Let's talk some real shit.
I'm going with the Brat for number 1.
Yeah, even though I'm not putting Brad at number 1. But go ahead, yeah. I fuck with the Brat. She definitely in my top 3, but I'm not putting that at number 1.
Okay.
Action. I should put Escape at number 2.
What?
Wow.
That's amazing. Yo, I've been finding out this nigga's a soft nigga for real, yo. This nigga soft, yo. He's soft.
Learn something new every day.
Yo, we was on One Gotta Go. This nigga said he wanted Jason's lyric to stay. That was his first one that had to stay. I said, Jason's lyric, nigga?
No, that
the
was
nigga
my-
with the hairy ass in the grass, nigga? That's what you want to keep? Like, wow. This nigga soft, yo.
Okay, yo, go ahead. Do you think?
He said Love Jones he had to cut it out. Love Jones had to go.
Huh.
Go ahead, Will. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That was number 2.
He said Escape at number 2. God damn.
Yo, if you think about it, they dropped all classics though.
Look, bro.
They dropped all classics.
What you say about me? You jumped in your feelings quick. Alright, do your thing, bro. I'm not stopping you. Do what you do. Do what you do. I love Escape, bro.
Let's see here, number 3.
Jagged Edge Bow Wow. There you go. That's your third.
Bow Wow is not on there at all.
That's sick, dog. That is sick.
Why the fuck would a
is-
grown ass old man put Bow Wow on the list, yo?
First
That's
album was
crazy.
fire. Even though he ain't writing none of it.
Nah, the second album was better. The second album was better.
You think so?
And I mean, that's just in my
Yeah.
opinion. That's just my opinion.
I'm going to go Anthony Hamilton and Jagged
Fuck,
Edge.
I forgot all
should've known
about
that was
Anthony
coming.
Hamilton again.
Nope. I am not a Anthony Hamilton
Really?
fan. I'm not. Never was.
Then I'll
never
go
will.
Charlene.
Shut up. This shit is.
Then I'm actually going to round it off with Ghost Town DJs.
Wow.
You ain't shit.
Wow.
Yo,
Wow.
some-
Didn't he?
Nigga went. Niggas went dumb.
That
dumb,
was left.
dumb.
Ghost Town DJs in your top 5?
Ladies and gentlemen, let me give
Yeah.
y'all the real top 5 list.
I bought the fucking album.
Let me give you the real top 5 list for y'all motherfuckers. Now at number 1 is J fucking D, man. Writer, producer, and solo albums is fire. Come on, bro. Y'all can't front. The solo albums is fire. Classics. So let's go there. Then number 2 comes my girl. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put Brat at number 2.
Okay.
Brat.
I had it
all
number
Brat
1.
albums. I have not heard one
She
Brat
did not
album. that-
disappoint.
All
That's
Brat
why-
albums is
That's
fire.
why I put her at number 1.
Brat album's fire. Every Brat. Yo, for real, Brat. I dare I argue is the greatest female rapper of all time, bruh. I'm ready to go. Bring it in the comments section for all you Little Kim fans that's been burning me up in the comments. Like, suka my D. Yo, the Brat is the shit, nigga. So
Brad
anyway,
was before Kim anyway.
she came out
Yeah,
Like,
Brad came out like 93.
around the same time, a little after.
Kim
You know what I'm
came
saying?
Like 95.
I don't know. That's an arguable situation, but I'm not mad at you. You know what I mean? I'm gonna let you ride, even though I don't know nothing about it. So, all right. The next thing was I'm at number 3. Okay, thank you. Number 3 on my list is definitely Jagged Edge, bro. One of my favorite R&B groups of all time. Definitely Jagged Edge is in there like swimwear. Number 4, we gonna put Escape. Escape has to go number 4. And then number 5. Number 5.
That was retarded.
I was trying to keep Bow Wow off the list,
Then keep him off the list.
You can't.
but I don't know what to put in there in his place.
Jaquan.
That's sick. That is fucking sick.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy
That is
over
sick.
out of my system and all of the hits.
sick.
I gotta put Bow Wow at number 5, yo. I'll put Yow Yow. I'll put Yow Yow at number 5, yo. Put Yow
the
Yow.
franchise boys on that. Take that
I fucking hate the franchise boys, yo. I fucking hate that lean with it, rock with it bullshit, yo. All right, yo.
But
But
my white tee.
salute them, yo. The White Tee, all of them, they did their thing, yo, for their time period. But I can't front on Yow Yow. Yow Yow was doing his thing, yo. Yow Yow was definitely doing his thing.
Word.
Yow Yow had hits that I fuck with. I actually love the Omarion Yow Yow album. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Yow Yow food and all that shit, yo. So shout out to Yow Yow, Lil Yow Yow.
So we make this a little fun. In the comment section, comment who had the best list, and that'll give us bragging rights for the week. Let's go. Let's go.
Whoever comments that I had the best list, free tickets.
That's fucked up. Fuck that. Fuck that. No, don't do that. Fuck that.
All right,
He
my bad, my
bullshitting
bad.
you. That's
No,
a
no,
lie.
I'm not even gonna do that shit. We're gonna do that shit. All right.
I
So
got the best one. I might give you $10.
Whoa. That's fucked
Whoa.
up.
I said I might. I
Hold
didn't say
up.
I will. I said I might.
So let's move on to the next thing. Favorite So Def album. This is real discussion right now. This is hell. This he gonna be talking about. It's Lil Bow Wow, dog.
Facts.
Fuck out of here.
Functified.
I'm with you. I'm with you. That's not mine, but I feel you on that shit. That's definitely. It would be in my top 5, which we gonna get to in a minute. So
Oh,
y'all,
shit.
you better start. You
Yeah.
better start roasting it up now. Yo, favorite So Def album.
Yo, wait. Sierra was signed with Sosa?
No, she wasn't. My Goodies was on La Face Records.
Damn. Favorite.
All right, I'm gonna give y'all my favorite So Def album, and it's not easy. It's not an easy decision to make because you got Functified, you got all the Jagged Edge's albums, which I still am a huge fan of. You got a deep catalog of just fire shit. But I, to be honest with you, to this day, I can't stop listening to it. I go back to it all of the time. Jermaine's Life in 1472 album is a fucking, not just a social death classic. To me, it is a hip hop classic album. You had features from DMX, Nas, Jay-Z, Too Short, Snoop Dogg,
That's right, 'cause
Mace.
That one joint was on both their albums.
Yeah,
That was on Jay-Z's and Jermaine.
He had, was it Busy Bone or Crazy Bone? He had Crazy Bone, Mace, and the Brat on one song. Come on, my nigga. Like, yo, he had Lil' Kim, he had Mariah Carey, Usher. We talking about all at the time when all these niggas is super on fuego hot. You feel me? And then he really holds his own. So not only does he produce like all of the records on the album, but he fucking flips verses and stays on par with everybody. Like, niggas never really gave JD his props because I guess him being an executive kind of outweighed his artistry. But at the end of the day, like, yo, him putting together a dope album, it's just classic. And the fact that he had the carte blanche to be able to make those phone calls and they come running, that shit is real. And for him to have the foresight to see somebody like Jay-Z before Jay-Z wasn't popping at the time. But for him to be like, oh, I fuck with this nigga, I'm gonna go do a record with him, that's crazy. For him to go do a record with Nas and they going back and forth on the verses, come on, bro. That shit is crazy. And the beats being crazy with him mixing the sampling with the original shit. So anyway, I don't want to go too far in it, but like, yo, shout out to JD. Life in 1472 is definitely a fucking classic. To me, it's a hip-hop classic in the pantheon of the top 100 greatest hip-hop albums of all time. You know what I'm saying? I'd put it around 50, 52 or some shit like that. You know what I mean? But definitely it's in there. Definitely halfway. So, Pill, favorite So Def album?
I'm going to go with Jagged Edge's first album, A Jagged Era.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn. So you don't.
Because that was the first album I got into. Jagged Edge was the first artist that I got into Social Death.
Damn.
that would
So
be
wasn't
the-
the second album?
No.
What?
That
Can't
was-
take another heartbreak. I'm sorry.
I Gotta Be was on that Jagged era.
Yep.
That shit was dope.
Yeah. Well, favorite So Deaf
Alright,
album.
He already said.
Oh yeah, Funkdafied. So why for Funkdafied, yo?
I don't know. It was just something about that album that just resonated with me.
Putting it down, ain't no thing to me, and ain't too many niggas that can hang with me.
It was just an album that just resonated with me from the very first time I heard it.
I don't remember ever hearing you play some no Funkdafied, nigga. And you had the car for it. That's what I'm saying. Like you had a car built for So Deaf Systems, cause he was mostly an 808 nigga.
I told you I had the bass all star.
Fuck out of here.
Hey, yo.
All right, top 5.
Franchise boys.
Stop.
On
So
top of
top.
all game.
Stop. So
Bone Crusher, yo.
stop. Shout out to Bone Crusher.
Oh, drinking partners, yo. Youngbloods.
Definitely. So top 5 favorite. Top 5. Excuse me. Let's do it like this. Not your favorite. No, fuck that. We gonna argue this out. Top 5 best So Deaf albums. Who is coming in at number 5? I'm gonna give y'all the number 5 best So Deaf release of all time.
Shit, we should have made a list and picked it off that list.
Bow Wow, Doggy Bag.
What's that? Is that his first album?
Second album. And number 5.
Nah. I will put his first album at number 5.
Yeah, the Dogs. Fine.
Yeah, I'll put his first album at number 5.
I'll take it.
At number 4,
Jaquan Hood Hot.
definitely not. I'm gonna put at number 4. I'm gonna put Jagged Edge's second album, cause that was like one of their most successful albums.
The second album was
J. Heartbreak.
Right. That's the one that had all of the hits on it. It had like 3-4 joints on it. All right, so
Oh, okay, yeah, you got that. No, that should even be higher than that. That should be higher than
you want to put it
I
at
put
what?
it at
Number 3
3.
or number 2?
I put it at 3.
So what you gonna put at
I'll leave it
4?
at number 4.
All right, so what's gonna go number 3 then, in your opinion?
As far as albums,
Yes, nigga. Top 5 best So Deaf albums of all time. This nigga. All the albums we named.
And then put Youngbloods at 4.
Fuck no. Drinking Partners is nowhere gonna be on this top 5 list. And no disrespect to them. You know y'all niggas, y'all know y'all my homies and shit. I used to hang out with them niggas when I was in the A. And I used to hang out with Bone Crusher. That's crazy.
All
Off
right,
the hook.
then put Escapes album at 4.
Who?
Escape.
Who the fuck is that? Oh, is that their first album?
Second.
Put Escapes album at 4. Put Jagged Edge at 3.
There you go. You cool with that?
You said Escape at 4, Jagged Edge at 3?
Yes.
Escapes
I'm not going to tell you how that looked just now.
Put the mic in your mouth, yo.
I'm trying to get it because he keep, like, when he does it like that. Yeah, I know. You got to tighten this motherfucker up or something. I don't know. Fucking shit. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah,
You said Escape at number 4.
Escape at 4. Jagged
Jagged
Edge
Edge.
second album at 3. Funkdafied at 2.
Wait a minute. What? We got
said-
Funkdafied at 2?
Funkdafied at 2.
Shit. That's crazy.
Because then all that would leave left
Actually,
is Life at 1472. And
At number 1? I don't know. I feel like Funkdafied should be higher than. I feel like Funkdafied was more critically accepted than Life in 1472.
put
I would put
That ain't number
Funkdafied at 1.
and put Life at 1472 at 2.
Because my opinion, I say Funkdafied at number 1 because that's the one that actually started So Deaf. That's actually what really
I mean,
made you start
as
listening
far
to
as-
Jermaine Dupri.
as far as like hip hop, yeah. So
I-
wait a
that's fine,
minute.
but-
So we gonna put Funkdafied at number 1. Then I would shift Funkdafied at 1.
And you
I would
talking
even
about-
put I would shift Life in 1472 a little bit down further, even though it's my personal favorite. I would probably pull the girls forward
Escapes forward to second?
to second place. Put
Okay.
Jagged at number
Number 3. He was at 3.
Nah, I'm gonna put them at 4, and then I'm gonna put Jermaine at 3. His Life in 1472. What y'all think about that? So we saying number 5
was Bow Wow.
is Bow Wow.
So his
first album.
Didn't listen to it. But so
Then we gonna put number 4, Jagged Edge, J.E. Heartbreak. Life in 1472 at number 3. We put Escape's second album on number 2. And then you put Funkdafied at number 1.
Oh no, I like Escape album at number 2. That's what you just said, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, all right, that's cool. Yeah, I'm down
What
with
the
that.
fuck you got that
I don't
from?
know, I thought something.
So what's up, y'all? You like that?
That's fine. Even though I like Jagged Edge a little higher, but that's just personal.
Word. Where you at with it, nigga? Pay attention, nigga. What we doing? Funkdafied? We cool with that? This nigga, he about to come up with some crazy shit. Come on, y'all. Go ahead, nigga. No, nigga, you ain't even listening to them albums. Don't even play like they didn't even chart like that. Come on, bro.
Jagged Edge.
Only Jagged Edge albums that we can really have a discussion about is the first. You really can't even have, because the first album didn't do that well. It did alright, but it didn't do that well. The second and the third album is the ones that was out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And don't get it twisted, because I own all the Jagged Edge albums. So don't even. I bought it, paid for it. Ain't no streaming. I own them bitches, so I can talk shit. So all right, so you cool with that? Funkdafied at number 1.
All right.
We talking about Escape second album at number 2. Life in 1472 at number 3. Jagged Edge, J.E.
Second album.
Yeah, and
J.E. Heartbreak.
J.E. Heartbreak at number 4. What you want to put? You want to move
and put Life in 14. That's what I said, but that was my personal.
Wait a minute. So both of y'all feel like J.E. Heartbreak should be higher than Life in 1472.
That's what I said.
Let's do it. I'm cool with it.
Not all the way up to just.
I'm cool. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. 2 over 1, and then Bow Wow's first album at the 5.
I'd have put anything before Bow Wow.
That's sick. Dude.
That is.
You gotta listen to it.
That's crazy. No, because it's not going. He too old. We was too old when he came out. Yeah, I was in my.
You was in your.
No, don't
You was in your late.
No, I was not in my late 20s. I was in
late
my
teens or early 20s.
We're first of all, we the same age. So stop. No, I knew that shit was coming.
Yo, you was in like your late 30s, yo.
Shut the fuck up. We the same fucking age, nigga.
I met the nigga in high school. He was already there 4 years. Got there, and I came in as a sophomore.
Yo, get out your feelings, yo.
I was there 4 years. Because you came in as a sophomore.
I came in as a sophomore.
Right.
Nigga was already there 4 years.
So he failed what grade?
The 10th grade.
Oh, he found the grade. He stuck with it.
He stuck with it.
So
I did good
anyway,
in this grade. I'm staying here. Look that.
at 21, that's when the album came out. So it was like 2000.
1.
No, it was 2000. I turned 21 in 2000.
That's what's up.
You turned 21 in 2000.
Damn, nigga, you old as shit.
Yo,
Hey, how old did you turn in 2000?
21.
17.
Wait a minute.
This nigga old as shit.
This nigga math is so crazy, yo. That math is so crazy, yo. I'm so fucking sick and tired of you, my nigga, yo. That is so dumb.
Math didn't add up, nigga.
Yo, the math don't add up at all, nigga.
Yeah, so when you graduate high school,
Yo, that's not even this nigga.
2005.
when you graduate,
Wait a minute.
no.
Yo,
I was just getting ready to say when you graduate, and then I'm gonna wait.
that don't even add up, yo. I don't even know why you ain't even listening to this motherfucker. So all right, so somebody you had the list up for the when it had all the albums.
Yeah, I did.
All right, let's go through the albums. So Def albums.
No, it just gave me artists. I just pulled up all the artists.
So Escape's first album came out in '93.
Right, Funkdafied, 94. Off the Hook, 95.
12 Soulful Night Christmas.
I don't know what the hell that is. The Brat, that was a fucking hard ass album. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Oh, Chris Cross's album. But
Yeah,
that don't
right,
count.
right,
Jagged Edge era first album.
right. Traces of My Lipstick, Escape, Life in 1472.
You know, that one I ain't really care
Wait a minute,
for.
go back. God damn, that's that's a lot of albums between 93 and 98. When we talking about like the old school days, that's a lot of fucking albums, yo. So you trying to tell me by the time Life in 1472 came out, he had like 8, 9 albums out? And then he had the Harlem World. All right, so the Harlem World album is called The Movement. All right, my bad. Unrestricted, The Brat. So wait a minute, when Unrestricted came out, so she had 3 albums. Beware the Dog.
First album.
That was the first album.
In 2000, you was how old again?
2000? 2000? I was 16. No, 17 in 2001.
Yo, you a lying piece of shit, but go ahead.
You was what, like 30?
Attention. Somebody paying you no motherfucking attention. Young Flying Flashy, Volume 1.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh shit, I was wrong. 3LW was on So Def. I ain't know about that. That's Dillinger.
But that album was good too.
No, yeah, I bought it. It was definitely fly. Baby Making Project, got that. Rocco, didn't know Rocco was on there. Okay, Self-Made.
No, I showed you the line.
Hot Dollar. Cause like I don't remember him being on So Def. I don't remember them ever talking about it ever. But that's what's up. Shout out to them. So yo, definitely I'm put the link to the lineup. It's a lot of albums. They put a lot of time in. Some of the great stuff, man. Like, all right, so would you say that Jermaine Dupri influenced the game? Like, do you feel like So Def influenced shit, like changed shit?
I think Jermaine Dupri changed shit in his own group. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think he brought a bunch of people in and pretty much changed their lives. You know what I'm saying? Not.
But you don't feel like you don't feel like So Def influenced the music game? I mean, I'm just asking.
I don't think
I'm not
so,
demanding anything.
Because So Def had their own individual sound, and they had their own market. So you knew when a So Def song came on, you knew what it was. You knew who it was because Jermaine Dupri was damn near on every song.
Yeah, pretty much.
You just knew what it was.
He used the same kick. He used the same snare. He used the same hi-hat.
You knew what it was.
For 15, 20 years.
I would say, not really.
No.
He made a mark, but it's not that big.
Agreed. And I'm only asking.
If you want to go as far as like the sound at 808, yes. But
yes.
But as far as like compared to like a Bad Boy, no.
Oh yeah, no.
I have to agree with y'all. And I'm only saying this because I remember Jermaine got on radio and like he said something about like, yo, I changed the game, and I had to sit back and think about it. I'm like, yo, did he really change the game? Like, did he really force niggas into a different direction? I'm like, yo, does that mean he's not a legend? No, I'm not trying to say that at all. I feel like he's a legend. I feel like you were right. I feel like him as an individual changed the game with certain individual people. Like, he got in with Usher, and he changed Usher's direction, and in that lane, he might have changed music. You know what I'm saying? Or like with him fucking with Mariah Carey. Right, with the individual artists doing individual shit that weren't a part of So Def. Like Criss Cross was not on So Def, but they changed the direction of music just when they came out, how they did it, the clothes, the style of production, the whole nine. So like, yeah, I feel like yes, Jermaine has changed the game, but So Def as a brand was really just an imprint releasing music. I mean, you know what I mean? And they had dope artists, but I don't really feel like.
And if you question that, you would think, who would you sign with? Would you sign with Jermaine Dupri? Would you sign with Diddy? Would you sign with Jay? Who would you choose? I'm not going to choose Jermaine Dupri.
Damn, that's crazy.
I mean, you think about it that way. I mean,
how big is the check?
Jermaine Dupri, Diddy, or Jay. I mean, you can add a fourth. I just can't think of one off the top of my head right now.
Cash Money?
Oh, you can. Yeah, I'm not gonna sign.
I'm not signing Cash Money.
I'm not gonna sign with Cash Money.
I'm not signing Cash Money.
But I'm not gonna sign the. Hold on, let me think about that now. I'm fucked up.
What? I'm not gonna sign with Jay.
I'm not good. I don't know. See,
why you not gonna sign with Jay-Z?
I was like, yeah, maybe I'll sign with Bad Boy, but no.
No.
So at this point, it's out of So Def and Jay.
I don't know. Like, why wouldn't you sign with Jay-Z?
I would probably end up getting fucked on the deal.
Why?
Nah.
Yeah. None of them niggas got fucked. Like, all of them niggas got fair deals. They all said that shit.
Cash Money, you might get fucked on.
Damn sure ain't gonna go there.
Guaranteed you get fucked on that shit.
So, yeah.
It would probably more so. It would either be So Def. And then there's a backup Bad Boy.
Yeah, I don't know if I go with Bad Boy though.
A lot of niggas got bad deals at Bad Boy.
Yeah,
But like, I tell you like this, Jermaine never fucked nobody out of no bread.
right. That's true.
Niggas made money and a lot of times if a nigga dropped the album did well. You know what I mean? It was not a lot of artists that came on So that didn't do something. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, I still feel like it comes down to access to resources. And like is the label head gonna push me or give me the opportunities that I need to grow as an artist? I seen Jay do that more than I've seen Jermaine. I seen Jermaine let niggas sink or swim on their own. Like, really? It's kind of like, yo, you out here, I'm gonna do something for you. But if it's like Jermaine like a big ass kid. If you the new toy and he like playing with you, pause no homo, then it's like, oh, all right, I'm gonna keep working with you, and then like I'll put you out. But if he get bored with you, it's just like, all right, well, go down there, work down there in the studio, and if you come up with something, then cool. If not, then fuck you. Like, I got 1,000 other things to do. I ain't got time to babysit you. You know what I mean? That's kind of how it is.
See, one thing you can guarantee is if you with So Def, you're gonna have at least one hit.
Maybe.
I mean, who was on So Def that didn't have a hit?
A lot of niggas.
At least one, really?
Boss Man.
Oh. Well, on to the next subject.
And I'm not faulting Boss Man on that. I'm just, you know what I mean, where you at with the game. There was a bunch of niggas that was signed that never had shit pop off, but, you know, even at Harlem, no, that record did all right. But at the end of the day, that's a good question, bro. And I would take a risk with Cash Money. There's certain people that I understand the structure of the deal and how niggas play games, but I also know the heart of the person. Like, Baby, I be watching these niggas. Baby spends money on niggas. You know what I mean? Like, now, he might treat you like a side chick, but like the nigga might drop $500,000 on you throughout a process of 3 or 4 years. Like, now, just because you think the money gonna last forever, then you spending like a motherfucker smoking mad weed and shit, like that's kind of on you. But if I've never seen an artist, if they bust their ass and work hard, Baby don't give them an opportunity.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like if you sign and you do your job and you in the studio and you making records and you putting records out, he's gonna be there to support you. But I think he got a big heart. He put a lot of niggas on that really don't deserve it. And it ends up being crazy.
Then I think it's a preference thing then, because I don't see Baby being like a Jermaine that's gonna be in the studio and coaching you through a song.
Nah, but he got so many people around, so you can lock in with Wayne, you can lock in with this person, you can lock in with that person. Like, he got enough people around, and like Baby not the type of nigga. He not here to tell you what music to make. He's here to just be like, I hear what you got, I like it, or I don't like it, and here, let me put you in the studio with somebody and see what we can work on. Let's build you, you know what I mean? I'm gonna come in and out.
Right.
All right, I'll come back every week and see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't see him being an everyday person. Jermaine is that everyday, like, I'm gonna make a beat for you.
Be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
sing like this.
So it's a
like
preference thing. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
That would
want
be what
that.
you want, though.
See, you don't want that. I wouldn't mind that.
If you're not really in that lane like that, you just
That's what I'm saying.
home
Like,
making music, this, and this, and then you got somebody that knows their shit and they're standing there helping you out in your
That's a fact.
areas. You want that.
Yeah,
that's a
Instead of
fact.
somebody like,
This is a very interesting conversation, because now you got me in my artist brain, because I'm sitting here like, because I immediately went on the defensive, like, nigga, I'm a producer. I don't need you to tell me what to do.
Right.
I produce my
That's
own
why
shit.
you said you wouldn't mind being with Cash Money, and that's why I said it's a preference thing, because
right.
at this point you don't want a bunch of people over your back. But me, I wouldn't mind that. You know what I'm saying? All right, I don't like this. Tell me how I can.
I
make
wouldn't
this
mind a couple of sessions with JD where we producing together, and then like I can pick his brain and watch him do shit and learn. I'm with that. But I don't want Jermaine unless me and him see eye to eye on a concept.
Right.
And then like I gotta be right there with him. Like, you can't make the whole beat, nigga.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, right. Like, move, nigga, move. Let me get in here and put my flavor on this shit, nigga. Like, you can't do all of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? He trying to write my verses. Nah, nigga, I got this.
Yeah. Why you doing that? Trying to write this line down.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't mind. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy. Jay is kind of like that, where Jay-Z gonna put you
He seems
Jay-Z is like a fight, nigga. Like, they were talking about studio time. They be in the studio fighting to get verses and...
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like, not saying that there wasn't the ability to record, but it's like, it was a competition. So everybody's trying to come with the hardest verse. Everybody... And then it's like, all right, well, if Jay working on an album, you want to make sure you spit the hardest shit so that you can get a placement on his joint.
Album.
You know what I'm saying? And then you might be working on your own shit. Will might come in and drop a beat, and then you might come in and drop a verse, and... We working on shit.
I mean, that makes sense because Jay-Z album gonna sell millions.
Of course.
So you want to get a verse
because that publishing is crazy. You feel me?
Want to get
the different. Diddy and Bad Boy, kind of a mixture of the two, where you gonna be on your own, but you still gonna be locked in with niggas. You know what I mean? But you got more options as far as producers that you can work with, like in the camp. You know what I mean? So like you can get.
That's why
more.
my toss up was in between. So Def and Bad Boy.
Yeah. But Jermaine don't got a lot of producers. He got a lot of writers, but he don't got a lot of producers. Like, for real. Like, I mean, he got Brian, which, you know what I'm saying? I know Brian. So like Brian is dope, but he more of an R&B head. You know what I'm saying? You got Jermaine. Jermaine don't really got no hip hop producers in the house for real. And that's part of his issue that I feel like he needs to build more of a tribe of producers that are fire and allow them niggas to become popular. And I feel like that was the problem Lil Jon had. It's like, yo, nigga, let me get a lane, nigga. Like you the focal point of Social Def all day. It's like, yo, let another nigga be the focal point for a second. Let another producer come up and be hot and be relevant. But like shit, Lil Jon was a nigga that was under that umbrella. He was a A&R person at Social Def and had to leave to become successful. You know what I'm saying? And they got an open debate about that. But anyway, at the end of the day, like, this is an interesting discussion. You guys brought that up. That was great. Great job, guys. Great job. So, at the end of the day, is there anything else y'all want to throw on the table before we get into the next phase? Before we clock out of Aries Lounge?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. So, y'all know we always got to do this. What's on streaming? What have you guys been watching in the last 7 days? Come on, yo. We only talk about what you've been watching for the last 7 days. What's up? Even though I done told y'all niggas last week about every show that I'm watching, so I really don't have too much to bring to the table.
What have I been watching? I think the last thing I finished was a game show called Flinch.
A game show.
It's called Flinch. So
I heard of that.
yeah, so what they do is they set up games to designed to make you flinch, and if you flinch, there's a punishment. And there's 3 judges, and within those 3 judges, they have to select one person out of the 8 people, and they count how many times you flinch, and the goal is not to flinch. So if you flinch the most, whoever the leading judge is, they face a flinch at the end of the show. So the goal is not to flinch. So whoever flinches the least wins the game.
That's crazy. Okay, well, what about yours?
I ain't really watched shit in the past 7 days. I did finish watching Lucifer.
I keep hearing about that.
He talked about it last week.
No, I've never watched it. That's like everybody keep telling me about Stranger Things. Never watched it.
Haven't watched that yet.
What you mean?
Never watched it.
It's never. They totally not on the same level. Like Stranger Things is more like a eerie Twilight Zone borderline horror thing, whereas Lucifer is complete comedy and action.
Really?
It's nothing. Yeah. There's nothing scary about it. There's no. Not. And people make it like. Imagine if Lucifer was a real person that had dad issues.
She said dad issues.
That's it.
Actually, yeah, because that's all he talk about.
That's the premise of the whole show. Like, he's seeing a therapist because he has issues with his father.
Yeah, he's the devil that sees a therapist.
Right. And then, like, it really... I love the show because it turns the...
He went back to hell.
Right. It turns the whole concept of Lucifer on its ear. Because everybody's like, oh, he's the worst person in the world. He's this, he's that, he's a liar, he's this. But then, like, when you really get into it, like, is he?
If you really actually sit there and analyze, some of it makes sense, and then some of it
all makes sense to me. Like I understand. I've always said that, even when I was young, and I'm not on no like devil worshiping shit at all. But no, I'm on some shit like the devil is an angel that follows orders from God.
Right.
Devil can't do nothing that God don't give him permission to do. So it is what it is. But go ahead.
But it's just some of it just be like, really, Cain's still here? Cain walks the earth. Eve still roaming the earth? Because Eve was in the last season.
This thing is giving away everything.
Yeah, I had no fuck idea.
It's just
you gotta watch the show. It's fucking good. It's hilarious. You will laugh your ass off
it's
on that
funny
shit.
as shit.
It's funny as shit.
Oh, the other joint I started watching was Umbrella Academy. That shit's pretty good. Too.
Yeah. I finished that. Yeah, it was
I ain't
pretty dope.
finished it yet, but yeah.
I just started it today, right before the show. The Boys, which is like a superhero in regular
Amazon?
life. It's on Amazon streaming, so definitely want to chop that up. I don't have enough information for y'all, but after hearing multiple reviews, everybody said this was like the greatest superhero television show ever created. So I was like, shit, I gotta watch it now. So
Is it Amazon original?
yes, Amazon original. So
I ain't
look,
got Amazon, so I guess I'll be watching that.
definitely.
It's actually because the first like little 20 minutes that we saw actually wasn't that bad.
Yeah, it's definitely dope. So, everybody, appreciate y'all. Don't forget to subscribe to the Aries Lounge channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the BBC Life channel where the show is, but also subscribe to the Aries Lounge clip channel. That way you can keep up with all of the clips that's dropping. Subscribe to our Instagram, Aries Lounge, and our Facebook, which is Aries Lounge Radio, for all the updates. Please make sure you hit the notification button so that way you can be notified every time we drop some new shit. Yeah. And we check y'all out next week. Don't forget to follow our individual channels, All That Will, who is DJ Pill, and your boy Jazz Wanna Supply. We'll check you out next time.